Hey, you were born in the 90s, right? Right? Late 80s? Early 90s? When were you born? What's your address? Give me your address. Comment below your address. Thank you. I grew up in the mid-90s, and it was a magical time where kids were just, watching TV and doing shit. I don't know. Everyone fucking glorifies it, but it was fine. I mean, I used to watch cartoons all day. I mean, I still watch cartoons all day, but I used to too. Dun dun tss. Patrick is filmed in front of a live studio audience. But here's something that has driven me nuts my whole life. Goof Troop. Yeah, y'all remember Goof Troop? In 1992, Goof Troop was part of the Disney Afternoon block of cartoons in the afternoon for children. Disney Afternoon. The Disney Afternoon. In 1993, there was a Super Nintendo game called Goof Troop that was released for the Super Nintendo. The Super Nintendo game. Then, in 1995, they released a Goofy movie. Okay. Alright, cool. None of these have anything to do with each other except for the fact the main characters are Goofy, Max, Pete, and PJ. Everything else in the universe is essentially different, and that broke me. Oh, and the Goofy's wife is not there. Where is she? Alright, let's start with Goof Troop, okay? Max is around 10 years old, Goofy's his dad, they do classic 90s tropes. Then, our next door neighbors are Pete and PJ. PJ being his son, and also Pete's entire family of a dog, a wife, a little daughter. Goofy's wife is not in the picture. She sadly has passed on. She's dead, and Goofy's trying to pick up the pieces and raise his son as a single father in just an environment that isn't always as welcoming to just single dads. But he's doing his best, and that's what's important. But also, he's clumsy. Let's skip ahead a little bit to a Goofy movie. Everyone loves a Goofy movie. I love a Goofy movie. You love a Goofy movie. If you don't love a Goofy movie, get the out of here. So it uses the same designs for Goofy, Pete, PJ, and Max from Goof Troop. But Pete's family is no longer a part of it. It's just Pete and PJ. Also, they aged up Max and PJ, so now they're in high school instead of being around 10 years old. Now they're about like 16. Fine. Goofy's wife is not in the picture again. This time they went through a messy divorce. He's just trying to hold the pieces together after she ran out on him, and he's just trying to raise Max the best he can. He's doing the best he can. The plot's easy. Max is in high school. He lies to this girl he likes about wanting to go see Roxanne. I'll say her name's Roxanne. I know people are going to be like, it's Roxanne. It's Roxanne. And then they go on a road trip, and hilarity ensues. Is it a perfect movie? Yes, 100%. Is it a problem? No. That is not the problem. That makes sense. You went from a 10-year-old boy and his dad to a 15-year-old boy, 16-year-old boy and his dad. That's understandable. That's understandable. I'll allow it. My problem is, between the TV show and the movie, Pete and PJ are kidnapped by pirates, and Max and Goofy are stranded on an island and have to save them. What? That's right. The Goof Troop game, that again, canonically, takes place between Goof Troop and a Goofy movie, involves Max and Goofy hunting pirates to rescue Pete and PJ. What? Again, Goofy's wife is not in the game, but this time it's a good reason. Goofy is canonically gay in the Goof Troop game, and him and his life partner Pete take their two boys, Max and PJ, out on a simple fishing trip. It's important to have like representation in video games, especially at such a young age. So it was really nice as a young queer kid to see a strong, proud, queer father raise his child, and there was no stigma behind it, except for the fact that pirates were trying to kill him. But that was not based on his sexuality, and it's really important to see that. It's, like, as a kid, and it was great for me to see that. So Max and Goofy in the video game have to save Pete and PJ from pirates, and that includes murdering these pirates and getting them out of here. So my question is, how does that tie into Powerline? I'm not saying you have to do a complete remake of a Goofy movie. I'm just saying, let's just answer some questions that I have. Why doesn't Pete and PJ remember that they were captured by pirates? Why is Goofy no longer canonically gay? Why doesn't Max have a moment where he looks at his hands and says, what have I done? I've taken a life. I can no longer go back to the life I once led. I know what it is like to see the life drain out of a man's eyes. You know, You expect me to believe that Max could just return home after witnessing all the carnage and destruction of the Super Nintendo Goof Troop game? That he can't just talk to Roxanne and not feel like a fool? After today? After today! And then Goofy goes to college. If you can listen to each other's heart, maybe that's the reason why the first time ever was seeing it.